seeing, after several months, almost 2 years, the president smile and tell Professor that I'm happy that today I have an able deputy who will assist me in running this office. And Professor Kindiki has had a sterling performance as a deputy president, an able president who understands government, who understands governance system, who understands the law, who is not, alienating others, who, sits the president in actual administrative work at the center, but has also spent his time going around without necessarily trying to cobble an ethnic, constituency around him. And so, in my view, I have not seen any indication on the side of the UDA and the broad-based government that Kindiki is not performing and should be replaced. I think this is media creation. At the level of the, just listen.
No. You said something that is factually wrong.
Allow me. Broad-based.
We just run the story where ODM has said they are going for that position.
Broad-based coalition is not governed in political rallies. Broad-based coalition is governed in a coalition platforms where coalition leaders meet and then release a communique. We have not seen an official communique to the extent that Professor Kindiki is not going to be the candidate. But then coalition members are allowed, and indeed that is the spirit of broad-based, to express interest, to negotiate interest, to lobby for positions. But then what we need to appreciate is that we are not building a broad-based impunity. We are not building a broad-based exclusion. We are building a big house that has space for everybody. And so that when I look, I come from Kisumu. I have just driven 350 kilometers to be here. But then when I listen to the people of Kisumu Central, for instance, what they're talking about is they would want to continue seeing what they're seeing. They're not talking about a position. They're saying they're happy with the Narok to Kisumu SGR that is extending to Malaba, and they would want it completed. They are excited about the Rironi Mau Summit Road. They are excited about the affordable housing projects, over almost 30 billion worth of affordable housing projects that are going on around Kisumu County. They are very excited about the stadium, the markets that are coming up. And so when you go to the grassroots, all over the broad-based, pressings, we are interested in an arrangement that will ensure that the ongoing, spread of development all over the country, away from the traditional concentration of development in only one part of the country, continues. And this is not necessarily in positions. This is in terms of, if we are to talk about positions, then we are supposed to talk about functional positions, so that Kisumu will be asking, can we get a position that can influence roads, not necessarily a political office. Thank you.
But you speak as an aspirant from the UDA party.
Yes.
Yes, you're going to vie on a UDA team.
Yes.
ODM expects something else. They're talking about 50-50 in that broad-based arrangement. There's also the problem of ensuring that Western Kenya remains in this broad-based arrangement. Are you saying that this political arithmetic does not count?
I'm talking about the agreed principles of the coalition. And the principles is a broad-based, to build a broad-based system that is inclusive. And inclusion means that, ODM can and should run a candidate in Eldoret North, okay? And that UDA can and should run a candidate in Bondo, okay? And that when these candidates run in those places, they will be entrenching a principle that both parties agree on, and that principle is the principle of democracy.
You just had the party leader talking about zoning. The same issue you're talking about.
The principle, I'm talking about agreed principles. There could be posturing. And every politician, especially when speaking to their perceived bases, will always posture. And in posturing, the principles remain and remain steady. We are guided by the principles.
We should ignore what the party leader said on zoning, because that will form the base of the coalition discussion.
I'm saying ultimately, what you should be keen about is that what are the principles that are agreed on? What is guiding the principle? ODM did not negotiate to get into the broad-based arrangement so that they do not grow. Okay? And growing means that ODM can have a candidate in Eldoret North. Okay?
It's possible, yes.
And UDA also did not negotiate so as to contract. It negotiated for possibility of growth.
Okay.
And when I talk about growth, there is also possibility of fusion. There is possibility that these two parties could actually fuse into one platform and run the candidates in one against each other in one nomination,
Wakili,
and then have one political party running.
It's a direct question, because we've just listened to the ODM party leader.
Yes.
Talking about zoning.
In
Yes.
Turkana.
Yes, in Turkana and every other region where ODM is considered a strong party.